Alright guys, welcome back to the chapter 1 introduction to food safety. Okay, so for this video we're going to talk about part 2. Okay, just to recap a bit of what we have spoken in part 1. So we have introduced what is foodborne disease. Okay, basically is what we call food poisoning. Then we have introduced the three of the contaminants, the physical, the chemical, and the microbiological. Okay, so these are the three food contaminants that can lead to contaminating your food, which can lead to food poisoning or hazards. Okay, so the next one is I would like to talk about the principles of food hygiene and safe food handling. This part is basically just an introduction of what you should actually do. Okay, just an introduction of what you should do to keep the food safe. Okay, so I'm going to show you a video in the next slide. Okay, and you need to look at, okay, I want you to look closely in what this girl has done that can cause the cross-contamination, and what are the hazards that can jeopardize the consumer's safety. Okay, alright, okay, so let's look at this video. Okay, alright, so you can see one chopping board, okay, cutting vegetable. Alright, you can see that the hand full of jewelries, okay, and the jewelries are for loose item that can lead to food hazard. Alright, after chopping the vegetables, you can see it's just using bare hand touching raw chicken, okay, raw chicken, and sprinkle with salt. So you can see from here, salt usually you can consume directly, and with dirty hand that touching the salt is a no-no. And now she is using the hand that touched the raw chicken, okay, which is full of microbiological contaminants, and now is touching the vegetable which is meant for salad, and also using the hand to touch bread which is ready to eat food. Alright, so the vegetable, the bread, all these are the ready to eat food. Yeah? Okay, so the chickens are put onto the bread. Probably will cook, so it's fine. Will kill all the bacteria. So the hand touch the oven handle, okay? So you can see the hand contaminated with oil and the towel. So now the hand has that touched the raw chicken has contaminated the oven, the handle, and now the cloth, and now the chopping board and the salad. So the lady did not wash hand at all. Okay, that one is sour cream and lemon, so it's ready to eat food, no more cooking at all. And now cheese, okay, no further cooking. utensil did not wash at all. Alright, so the lemon is being squeezed onto the hand which has touched raw chicken. Okay, and the lemon juice drizzle through the jewelry as well as now onto her head, hair. Okay, so the dressings is for salad. Okay, so the vegetables that contaminated with the raw chicken, okay, into the salad bowl. Okay, more salad into the salad bowl, and the sauce that is contaminated drizzle into the salad. Okay, coughing introduced bacteria onto the hand and now it's mixing all over the salad. So the cooked chicken now put back onto the same tray that I used it to prepare the raw chicken. Okay, so you have seen in the video, okay, a lot of cross-contamination. Okay, it all started with the raw chicken, so he has touched multiple items, okay, including the cloth, the handle, the ready-to-eat salad, okay, the dressing. Then it's potential to have a physical hazard as well, okay, from the jewelry, and then the person, the lady cough as well. So multiple cross-contamination that it can happen. So if the food has been served, okay, to high-risk group, okay, those children, ill people, pregnant women, all these are considered the high-risk group, okay, and old folks, okay, they could lead to very serious consequences, okay, food poisoning, okay, and possibly a death as well. Okay, alright, the next and the last sections I want to talk about the food labeling and legislation. It's just a brief introduction. Basically, we have what we call the regulatory bodies. We have the international level that all the country will be based on, which is we will look at the advice from the World Health Organization, okay, if there's any of the outbreaks, okay, or anything, they will have advice coming from the World Health Organization. It's just like how the COVID-19 is happening now. A lot of information coming from the World Health Organization, or what we call WHO. So this is the international level, and if we're looking at locally in Malaysia, we have what we call the Ministry of Health Malaysia, MOH, okay, the Food Safety and Quality Division. Okay, all this will also ultimately based on the WHO, okay, but if you have any inquiry regarding the food safety and quality divisions, okay, I mean, as in the food safety and handling, you should directly contact with the ministry in Malaysia, okay, not with the WHO. Alright. Okay, so if you are coming from other countries like Indonesia, then you need to speak with the Indonesian, the Ministry of Health. If it's from China, then you speak with the China Ministry of Health, and so forth. Okay. Each country got their own regulatory body for their food and safety and quality divisions. Okay, I will just briefly go through. So you look at your chapter 1 handout 1. Please download it. Okay, and this one is based on, so this is the handout. So this is based on the Malaysia regulatory. Okay, and all this also is in reference with WHO. Alright, and also the codex. So it's based on all this. They have one of the regulatory base that we set in Malaysia. Okay. So if you are developing any food that is sell in Malaysia, you should look at the Malaysia, the food and safety handbook. Okay, so what's the purpose of having the regulations? Why do you need to have food labeling and the regulations? So first, let's look at the food labeling. Okay, what are the labeling that is required? Okay, right before that, why is it that we need to have the regulatory bodies, the WHO, the Malaysian the Malaysian Health Ministry, okay, MOH? Why do we have that? Okay, the reason why we need to have all these regulatory bodies is to safeguard the interest of consumer. Okay, so that all these bodies will make sure that the food sold by the manufacturer, produced by the manufacturer, or sold by the manufacturer, or any restaurants, okay, that cook the food, they have a certain safety standard. Okay, so it's make sure that it's safe for consumption. Okay, so the restaurant operator, the manufacturer operator need to fulfill certain requirements. Okay, the basic fundamental requirements. Okay, let's look at the handout. Okay, so you can look at here for the food labeling. You see, all the labels shall be duly marked on the material of the package, or the material firmly attached to the package. Firmly attached. Okay, you cannot be loosely. So you've just said that if the label drop out, you don't even know what food is that. Okay, when is that, and so forth. So it need to be firmly attached. In Malaysia, the language need to have is at least the Bahasa Malaysia, okay, or English, okay. Need to have English, and also can have translations, okay, so that the local consumer can actually understand. You cannot have some foreign language that we don't understand, okay, because as I say, all this labeling is to safeguard the interest of the local consumers. Alright. If it's important, you need to have a description. The description need to be very, very accurate. Okay. So you need to have declare of any allergens as well. Very, very important. Okay, the quantity of the food packaging information of the company responsible. This is very important so that we know who manufacture it. If there's any outbreak of disease, they can trace it back. Okay, they can trace it back to who the food was being produced. Okay, so that they can look into it, so that no more, I mean, as in they can look at what actually happens, and any preventive of the disease outbreak. Okay, then looking at some people don't like genetically modified food ingredients, so need to label it as well. Whether the food has been sterilized through irradiated food. For irradiated food, Okay, very common is basically the herbs and spices. Okay, that cannot be washed. Usually they are irradiated to kill all the bacteria as well as all the spores of the mold and the yeast, yeah, and some of the bacteria as well, the spores. Date of marking, okay, very important, because at least they know when is the expiry date, when's the best before date, when it's being manufactured. Okay, just to look at these two. Basically, the expiry date is where it expired. Okay, should not be consumed after the date. Best before, you still can consume after the date. Alright, so this is the two different type of thing. For best before, usually the quality is still safe to eat. For best before, it's still safe to eat, but the taste, the color may have changed. But for expired, the food quality may be not good not safe to be consumed. Okay. So looking at that, what kind of food? Okay, they also tell you the storage condition, very important. Keep them frozen, store in cool, dry places, and so forth. Okay, so that the consumer know where to store after purchase. Okay. Claims is very important. Okay. The regulations very tough on the claims. Okay, it can be a health claim, it can be the claim of the ingredient and so forth. Okay, very important. Okay, other forbidden on the labels. Nutrition labeling, these are very standard. Okay, need to be accurate as possible. Alright. Then all these are all nutrition labeling. Nutrient content claims. All this very important as well, because if you want to say free fat, very low, it cannot be deceiving the consumer. Okay, like for example, if you are serving a salad, a vegetable, you say that it's a low fat food. You can't say that, okay, because vegetable is basically very little in fat. Okay, so you cannot have an extra claim that say it's a low fat food. Okay, comparative claim, okay, reduce, although all these are very sensitive, because as I say, all this legislation is to safeguard the interests of consumers, okay, for their safety, as well as not being deceived by the manufacturer. Okay, so you can see, alright, all the vitamins, food with added nutrients. Okay, all these are required in the labeling. Okay, recipe or serving suggestions. Okay, alright, exemption for labeling and so forth. Okay, so all these are the food label, all the requirements. Okay, and as I mentioned again, all this is to safeguard the interests of the consumers. Alright, so that's the end of part 2. Same as part 1. Any questions, please log into the Padlet. Okay, the information is there. The website of Padlet as well as the password of Padlet is all in the times. Alright, please log in there and you can ask any question regarding this chapter over there. Okay, please make sure that you click on the correct tab. Alright, so thank you.